What's good, everyone? Accent Boy here, back with another reaction, and oh my god, I don't know if many of you guys tune into NCAA basketball. However, LeBron James' son, Bronny James, yes, the high school standout and also collegiate star, as some might say, standout. And you guys know that he had a major art problem, which basically limit his chance of playing this season at USC. And he basically was fighting for his basketball career. And news came out that he basically is declaring for the NBA draft. Yes, you heard it. And remind you, this is a dude who is not a starter, but he averaged around 4 points per game. I don't know if that's a lot to many people, but to him, maybe that's a lot. And just by his last name, he might go far. We don't know. But at the end of the day, is what you do on the court. That's what counts. And as I said, he's not a starter. He's off the bench, and he's averaged 4 points. And ever since he declared that he's going to the NBA draft, many people are cloning him and saying that he's not ready. I watched a couple of the NCAA games, and to be honest, I think there's more room for him to improve if he wait this year out and decided to maybe wait a few years, I should say. And he was a high school star. And when you're on the collegiate level, you're gonna be in competition with a lot of highly recruit stars. And I think because of the heart surgery, that's kind of set him back. His playing time and also the way he performed on the court. But as I was saying, I watched a couple of the USC games, and I do think that he needs to stay a year or two just to develop a little bit more. I think he personally is entering the draft just because of his last name. He think his last name is going to bring him far, which I understand. I understand where he's coming from, but he's not NBA ready to me. But at the end of the day, I'm not the one on the court. I'm not the one with the fame. And I truly can applaud the dude for taking the risk, you know what I mean? And also taking the risk and trying something, you know what I mean? Because enough people would have stepped out of their comfort zone. They might say, oh, I need a year or two, but he's a freshman. Yes, a freshman. And nowadays, a lot of, whether you're a football player or a basketball player, a lot of these kids ain't waiting a second year or third year before they go pro. A lot of people only play 1 year of college basketball or football, then they decide to go pro. But as I said, kudos to him for building up the confidence and trying to something. I know a couple years ago when athletes declare for the drafts, they could go back to school no more. But look at it. In today's society, that changed where kids could try to go to the draft and enter the transfer portal. So if he doesn't get draft, he still have a chance to go to another school to play ball. You know what I mean? And that's a big thing that the NCAA did, which I truly like. You know what I mean? But as I said, I see a lot of people are cloning him, saying that he's not ready. I do think he's not ready. But you have to give the brother a chance, you know what I mean? Because if he don't enter, how you know he won't perform on the big level? A lot of people are saying that he's going to the Lakers. Yeah, we don't know. But I think, as I said, his last name might have someone draft him. And just because his dad is LeBron James, I think he could learn a lot from his dad. But at the end of the day, the dude is only a freshman, and I think people should cut him some slack, man. But also, just by his last name, there's gonna be a lot of pressure on him. Worse, if he get drafted and he underperform, you know what they're gonna say, because one of LeBron's dreams, as he was saying, is to play with his son in the NBA. So maybe his son knows something that we don't know. Maybe he's telling his son like, hey, this lad, it could be my last year, etc. You know what I mean? So maybe that what really forced him to enter the draft early. We don't know. But at the end of the day, we gotta cut the kid some slack and try to believe in him, in the dude. You know what I mean? If he goes on pro and he becomes a boss, at least the dude did something that many of us wish we could do, or many star athletes wish they could have done. You know what I mean? So, as I said, man, I wish that he would stay and develop his game a little bit more. But in this case, it's all about him and his confidence. So, Bronny James, if you feel like you're ready, dude, go what you have to do. So, people, let me know what you think, like, comment, and subscribe.